Hi, my name is Tiffany Jasperson, and I'm the Director of the Simulation Center at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College for the Nursing and Allied Health Department. And here at the Simulation Center, we truly believe in training our nursing students and our allied health students to provide interprofessional care in the hospital. As we all know from reports that have come out from the Institute of Medicine, the root of many of the hospital errors that we're having in hospitals nowadays all stem back to miscommunication between the different departments. And so what you'll see here today, what we're doing is a couple of different simulations. It's a trauma simulation, motor vehicle crash, and in one of the scenarios there's injuries, and that involves paramedic students at the scene, and they are providing emergency care out in the field. They transfer care to the hospital as they would in real life, but it's nursing students here at our hospital, our 4-bed mock hospital. Nursing students receive care and take over care. They are interacting with medical lab technology. The lab students, the nursing students draw the blood, take that blood to lab to run a type and cross as they would in real life. And lab then gives those results back to the nursing students so that they can make their decisions about appropriate care for that patient. One of the ways that we do modern training of healthcare students is through simulation. And what is simulation? Well, high fidelity simulation involves robots, human patient simulation robots. And they are as lifelike as you can get. They're computer driven. They blink, they breathe, they talk, they produce physiology such as heart sounds, telemetry, respiratory rate, they can cry, they can bleed, they can produce urine. So they can pretty much do anything that a real patient can except for move, although they can have seizures. But in this case, the patient's blood pressure is down and their heart rate is up. And they're in pain, and that's something with these mannequins that these very fancy robotic mannequins that we can simulate as close to life as we can what it would be like to work with a real patient without actually putting a real patient at risk, because these are students and we want them to of course be trained and ready for the public, but it's best if they can do that in a realistic, safe scenario where there's no true risk to the public first. And the next scenario that you'll see today, we involved funeral service. And unfortunately, the motor vehicle crash involves some casualties. And the paramedics are able to call the death at the scene and bring in funeral service to come and remove that body. So here at Mississippi Gulf Coast, we have from life to death as far as what you want to do for your profession. You can be out in the field as a paramedic. You can be behind the scenes doing the science of lab technology. You can be a nurse caring for the patient, or you can care for that body and really care for the public and protect the public and uphold that professionalism when that person passes away. So for hospitals that want to come and use our center, what would be great for you to get out of today is that we have the resources here from the stages of life to death, where you could come and do annual training with your staff. Here at this center, you can bring annual competencies to life, and many of us are seeing out in the literature right now a lot being published about hospitals who have added simulation, whether in-house or renting out of house, to their annual competencies, and the retention of information in those sessions, that nurses, doctors are able to retain those skills and those competencies longer, both the knowledge and the application of those skills that they need to do their job by using simulation. We have prepackaged scenarios here. We have a 4-bed hospital. We've got an emergency department, fully working emergency department, an ICU, an OB pediatric unit, and a medical surgical unit. If you're interested in using our services, please contact me, Tiffany Jasperson at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and I'd be happy to talk with you about your educational needs of your staff, and match up our scenarios to your needs. And we can even write scenarios together. I have the resources to do that as well. So I'd be happy to partner with you so that you can assure at your center, at your hospital center, your acute care center, your outpatient center, that your staff are able to meet those annual competencies to the best of their ability, so you can be assured that the patients that you see will receive the best care.